coordinates of a point. In this module you will learn to find the coordinates of a point. You are already familiar with the coordinate plane. Let's understand to read the coordinates of a point in this plane. Consider a point on this plane. To locate its position, you need to know its perpendicular distance from x and y axes respectively. First, read the x-coordinate of this point along the x-axis, which is 2. Notice that x-coordinate of a point shows its perpendicular distance from the y-axis. Next, read the y-coordinate of this point along the y-axis. You get it as 3. Notice that y-coordinate of a point shows its perpendicular distance from x-axis. Now, combining 2 and 3 together, you get the coordinates of the point as 2, 3. The numbers written in this order forms an ordered pair. In the ordered pair that represents the coordinates of a point, the first number represents the x-coordinate and the second number represents its y-coordinate. Now, let's see how the coordinates of a point change as we move the point. Here, the coordinates of a point are 2, 2. Here, the coordinates are 2, 1. Now, the coordinates of the point are 2, minus 1. Moving further, coordinates of a point become 2, minus 2. This point in the third quadrant has coordinates minus 2, minus 2. Here, the coordinates of a point are minus 2, minus 1. Next, if the point moves to the second quadrant, then its coordinates are minus 2, 1. Here, the coordinates of the point are minus 2, 2. This discussion helps you to conclude that both the coordinates of the point are positive in the first quadrant. In the second quadrant, x-coordinate is negative and y-coordinate is positive. Both x and y-coordinates are negative in the third quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, x-coordinate is positive, whereas y-coordinate is negative. Now look at this point on x-axis. The x-coordinate of this point is 2, whereas the y-coordinate is 0. This is because the distance of this point from x-axis is 0. Thus, every point on x-axis has 0 distance from x-axis. So, y-coordinate of every point lying on the x-axis is 0. Similarly, if a point lies on y-axis, then its x-coordinate is always 0, as the distance of the point from y-axis is 0. Now, look at the coordinates of origin. Since the distance of the origin from both the axes is 0, its coordinates are 0, 0. In this module you have learnt that the perpendicular distance of a point from y-axis is called its x-coordinate and the perpendicular distance of the point from x-axis is called its y-coordinate. If the abscissa of the point is x and the ordinate is y, then an ordered pair xy represents the coordinates of the point. A point lying in first quadrant has both its coordinates positive. A point lying in second quadrant has negative x coordinate and positive y coordinate. A point lying in third quadrant has both its coordinates negative. A point lying in fourth quadrant has positive x coordinate and negative y coordinate. The coordinates of the point on x-axis are of the form x0 and that of the point on y-axis are 0y. The coordinates of the origin are 0, 0.